Thanet Council in England is considering plans to issue fines of up to £100 to people who are caught swearing in public, swearing that causes alarm or distress to others.
But should all swearing in public be banned? Well, Michelle Morrison went to see what you thought about it.
What are your views on people swearing in public?
It doesn't bother me.
Oh, you don't mind it at all?
I'm from Glasgow.
I just don't like the swearing whatsoever.
What do you think is a good substitute swear word? It's not really a substitute, though, is it?
Sometimes you do need to, you know?
I thought you didn't swear. How would you feel if you were fined £100 for every time you swore?
Very annoyed and angry.
Skint?
Scared.
Name a place where it would absolutely not be OK to swear.
In general, you can't really go into the church and swear, to be honest.
Definitely not the church,
Definitely not.
In a review meeting with HR, maybe?
Definitely don't do that.
I stood in front of him. What are you doing? I said, what do you mean?
Considering you don't swear, you've done all right here.
Yeah, oh, that's OK then.
Love it.
I think we're a little confused, aren't we? Well, broadcaster Paula London isn't confused. She thinks swearing is vulgar and affects those around you, while comedian Mike McLean thinks it's just a part of life and people will swear regardless. Paula, why is swearing wrong, particularly in public? If you're in your own room or your own car and you're just on your own, it's swearing in public that people are objecting to.
I think it's wrong and I think it's vulgar, and I think we have over 170,000 words in the English dictionary. We don't need to use swear words. And when I grew up, my parents never swore, nor did my grandparents, and they used to talk about when people swear how awful and vulgar it is. And I think it's quite a good idea because I think it's going to be used as a deterrent. I don't think they're going to be enforced so much. And this rule come into place July the 31st, and it's going to be for 1 year rather than 3 years, which some people wanted originally. They're going to put posters up everywhere, and if you pay the fine within 2 weeks, the fine will be £60 rather than £100. And just to make clear at home, it's only if you're causing alarm and distress in public. It's not if you fall over and hurt your leg and, you know, let out a beep word, or if you have a chat with your friends and you use one word. It's if you're causing mayhem, and it's a seaside town full of young children with families. They go to the seaside for the first time. They go to Margate. They don't want to hear guys swearing.
Is the core of it that if you swear in public, you're showing disrespect to people who you have no idea if they're going to be offended or not? So you shouldn't take that risk. Is that effectively
you should
what
take that
you're
risk, but also, as I say, the Kent town where this is going to be introduced, where it is introduced now from July the 31st, is 4 seaside towns. So it's kids going to the beach. It's kids. That's
Mike. Come on.
That's reasonable, Mike.
What a load of rubbish.
Oh, thank you for saying rubbish.
Clap that. Listen, you're never going to enforce... freedom of speech. You're never going to be able to enforce that. No poster is going to stop people from swearing. There's absolutely none.
We have rules to stop people causing offence, though, and some people are offended by swearing. But maybe it's just laziness. People have forgotten that.
Listen, she says that there's 130,000 words. Not everybody knows those. I'm not one of those people that knows 130,000 words, as you can clearly see. But listen, I don't swear. Maybe when I'm doing my stand-up, there's a few little bits. But in a seaside town, this will never work. Could you imagine going to Blackpool, and then putting up them posters? If somebody came up to me and heard me swear and they tried to fine me £100, I'd probably end up paying £1,200.
Because you'd swear so much at the reaction.
So annoyed. This is ridiculous.
But isn't it? As I said, it's a sign of disrespect, isn't it? I mean, for example, I gave a public talk about a month ago, and I was very relaxed about it in Madeley, about 200 people in front of me, and I accidentally swore. Now, most people laughed, but quite a few I could see were offended, and of course I apologise. I had offended them. I had upset them.
How can that word offend them? Well,
because it does.
It can cause distress to people.
How can that be distressful?
I'm walking down the road and I've seen a bunch of guys swearing. I'm like, whoa, what's going on? And I feel nervous. I don't like it.
What happens next? Are they going to do it in a football ground?
And the thing is, can I just say, one policeman has got on the record and said he won't be enforcing it. So it's going to come down to the staff that the council employ, and also they're going to have the The signs are going to say what word you can't use.
So
And
there's
a lot
not
of
going to
people
be a
will
list of words that you
I
can and
believe there should
can't
be,
say.
but I also think it's
That's gonna be
unfair because
great.
some foreign people could be swearing. So if English people can't, or people speak an English language, foreign people should be able to swear as well. So, but I think it's going to be a deterrent. It's got us all
It's not
talking
gonna be
at
a
home.
deterrent
Watch
at all.
our language,
It's
everyone.
never
It's
going
nicer
to be a
not to
deterrent.
swear.
I
It's gonna
can
be a
see
waste
you
of money.
two aren't going to
Complete
agree.
waste of money.
And before you start swearing at each
I would
other,
never
we're
swear,
going to
Kate.
call a